So from here, if you actually backtrack up to where we just were, you'll notice that there is this special vestige that you can interact with. Now, for the sake of keeping this video short, I'm going to go into the vestige and I will show you guys the boss at the end of it, as it is a required trophy boss that you have to fight. And this is a particular vestige because it is your memory of your past before you became what you are now, and what led up to how you died and all of that. Now, I'm not going to spoil how that happens, of course, and anything like that, because it's already been said that you have died in the past from previous characters, if you have been watching cutscenes and all that. But for the sake of keeping this video short, I am just going to show the boss, as the area itself isn't that big. There are some side things you can grab, things that you can get, and I do believe you can go back to the area because there are missiles in the specific area. So yeah, so I'm just going to be skipping to that boss now. So yeah. So despite my better judgment, I decided I'm still going to show you guys the memory area. That way you guys know how to get all of the mapping and things like that. So when you first come into the area, you can't access the storage building right in front of us just yet. That's okay. So if you drop down here, you'll have this small little alcove with 3 enemies, 2 over here and 1 back here. From here, you will have the main group right here in front of us. You'll find the storage key right here, right next to this ladder. However, if we come over here, there's a couple more enemies to fight. And the next thing you want to grab will be back here in this little side area right here. So from here, if we actually come and drop down, you'll have a tough enemy in this first area right here. And then if you come up this side walkway, you will have a invasion that will happen. The enemies are kind of tough, so do try and space it out. You'll then have this ramp that will run around. As you'll see, there is a side path just off to my left. I will show you how to get that. But from here, you're basically going to come all the way over here to the back. And in here will be an item. So from here, you're actually going to drop down, and now we're actually going to use that key that we got to come all the way to the back here. Gonna climb up. Come in here, and as you'll see, there's 1 chest. You can then follow this path around. There aren't any enemies. There's an item right here on this little ledge. And then right over here, you'll find the spot that you drop down.
We can make good use of senses like yours.
As you'll see, you can then follow this path all the way around. And then this will get you your mapping.
Give the terrain a look.
Now in here, I will show you how to get to the next missile. So if you just go straight, it'll be in this building right here, which you'll need to get a key to get the door on the other side. So what I do is I come over here, come out here, drop down here.
What's this?
Follow this path around. Take this ladder up.
Don't get too far ahead.
You'll have 3 enemies here on this top area, and then a 4th one down below. Then you can come across and come over here to the left. This will allow you to get a plunging attack like so on the enemy right here, defeating them. Now if you come out here, the first thing I recommend doing is coming and exploring this side area here. Nothing in this room, of course, as you'll see. But if you defeat the enemy right here, this is what gets you the key to go through that door on the other side of the missile. Now if you come over here, you can go up this ladder and then hit the other ladder on the other side to create a shortcut back to this area. So from here, you're just going to come back. If you come to the right, before dropping down, there's an item you can pick up right here. And then if you come over here, you can drop down.
There's something special about this place.
Come over here, there's an item back here. And then you can drop down again, you won't take fall damage. Following this
Wait
path
right
around
there.
will get you your next mapping. As you'll see over here off to the left, there's nothing else. Then from here you will just follow this around. You'll take that ladder up that we were just looking at. You'll then be able to grab the item up here, like so, and then drop right back down. From here, what I highly recommend doing is simply just coming down over here. There is an enemy off to your right, and then an enemy directly in front of you trying to shoot at you, so do be careful of
Don't
that.
fall.
And there's a
Wanna start
couple of
this over.
enemies in here. So from here, I recommend swinging around first, taking out all of the enemies in this general area, and then coming into here, and then coming back around to the path that we had taken.
Wait right there.
As you'll see right here is a path to drop down onto. And then you can follow this path around, as you'll see. This will lead you to your next ladder, which will then let you climb up, grab your next mapping, grab a chest, and then you can fall back down right to continue on the main path. So in this room, there is a breakable set of boxes here on the right that will lead you to this area up here, as you'll see. A bunch of items and things. Now along the way you should eventually get the storage unit key, which I'm now going to show you how to get back to. So from here, you basically just have to run back around up the ladders, as you'll see. A slow process, but the fastest way is actually just coming back inside. Actually, no, it's not. My bad. It's actually using the shortcut ladder that you made, as you'll see right here. Running around, dropping down, following this path around, dropping down right here, and then you'll be able to open up this door. Now there is an enemy in here when defeated in this back corner that will give you your last mapping. Then you can drop down in here,
About this place.
take this ladder up, and grab the last item of this area before moving on through that door, like I said. Then you can just drop down right here,
Don't get too far.
follow this path out to the left, and then you'll take another left and drop down. And then when you drop down one more time, just to your right will be the missile, and you'll have that door you need to open. There are some enemies in this area you'll have to fight and defeat, but if you follow this path along, there'll be another item right here in the back. And then continuing on the main path, pretty straightforward. You'll follow this around, and then you'll be right at the next missile. Now the boss arena is to our left, but we're going to go to the right. There's two tough enemies right here, and the last item is in this chest right here. Hopefully that helps you guys get the 100% for mapping, as you will need to do that for a trophy in the game. Now I'm going to show you the clip of me fighting the boss. In that clip I do say I'm skipping this, but we're just going to ignore that. So yeah. So like I said, I'm now going to be skipping to the very end of the area, as you'll see right here. This is a pretty obvious boss arena, as you'll see. You can come back to this area once you've completed it, so don't worry about that. But as always, I'm going to be skipping the cutscene. And you will have a fairly unique boss with the
Alright.
Queen's Knight.
All else fails.
do note, once he goes into phase 2, he will then start teleporting around. As you'll see.
See the finish line.
Definitely pushing it. But we will take him down, and that will get you the trophy for the Queen's Knight. Obviously, once again, another cutscene or so, and then we will be kicked out of the memory. Alright, and once you have gotten out of the memory, you will have the Queen Slayer blood code. This will appear at the very top, as you'll see right here.
Take care of whatever's concerning you.
But now we can come back here.